Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter. Welcome you to second round coverage of the Above the Rim College Basketball Grand Tourney, where we had 64 teams. We did 16 tournaments with seasons. Top four in each tournament got to make a 64 team location. So you look on the left side, you only saw 6 upsets. As we go down the list, wish we could just do. I'm just going down the list for you guys. Only 6 teams lost at home. They were the 87 LV beats 93 Arizona. 82 Idaho beat 81 Indiana. 60 Ohio State beat 85 Illinois. 85 St. John's beat 94 Pepperdine. 81 DePaul beat Western Kentucky. 83 Missouri beat 88 Oklahoma. All right, so we have all these matchups now. Now, they could have been reseeding and all that, but we went with the normal stuff and all that. Our first matchup will be 70 Jacksonville and 83 North Carolina. 70 Jacksonville led by Artis Gilmore, who later do well with the Bulls and the Spurs, and North Carolina, the 83 squad, the year after their national championship and before MJ's last season. And it would be a gigantic win for Jacksonville. The second quarter was huge. Martin for North Carolina fouled out with 5 and 5 in college. The 83 squad couldn't believe it, but yeah, Jacksonville wins 119-89. It was like, what the heck happened in the second half? Anyway, 41 from Artis Gilmore in 40 minutes. That guy's a demon. 14 rebounds, 17 off the bench from McIntyre, despite 4 fouls, and 17 by Wedeking. 29 by MJ, 14 by Sam Perkins, 13 by Hunter. All right. Exum played 5 minutes off the bench. Cool. McKinnon did not. MJ with 29 points. Braddock there. Doherty there. Doherty, excuse me. And Perkins. So you say that. So yeah, Jacksonville pulls an upset. The 14 seed 85 Oklahoma against the 19 seed 95 UCLA. Happened. Yeah, 85 Oklahoma, 95 UCLA, the team that won the national championship from Arkansas. Of course, pissed me off in the process. And in the end, it was another road win. Oklahoma. The 85 squad beats 85 UCLA, 83-72. 30 from Kennedy, 20 from future NBA Wayman Tisdale. Anthony Bowie with 12. And there's Tisdale's brother, but he didn't play. Cameron Dollar played 19 minutes off the bench. Got 7 points. 24 from Ed O'Banion, 10 from Charles and Cedek. Toby Bailey with 9, Heather's Andy with 6. So yeah, 5 fouls from Watson in 17 minutes. But yeah, LA thought they were going to win. I thought so too, Jeff. The 23 seed 76 North Carolina against the 10 seed 54 Kentucky. You know, Kentucky just won the title, and then, of course, the point shaving happened in North Carolina. And the home team wins this time. It's the 54 Wildcats win 95-88. 26 from Hagan, 26 from Ramsey. Hagan, I think, got booted from the NBA for point shaving. Ramsey was a Boston Celtic. Evans and Rose got 5 fouls each. Okay. So, yeah. And 26 from Lagarde, 17 from Phil Ford, Walter Davis, 13 from Mitch Kupchak, 14. Part of the U.S. Olympic team. Not so sweet. 87 Clemson, number 31 against the 2 seed 72 UCLA Bruins, you know, with Bill Walton and crew. And it was a gigantic win for LA, 91-69. Clemson tried 20 points from Horace Grant, future bowling Magic, excuse me. Prior with 12, 11 from Alden Campbell with 8 points. 25 off the bench from Sway Nader in 25 minutes, while Bill Walton had foul troubles. Larry Holyfield, that is Evander's older brother, with 5 fouls. He only played 14 minutes. And 20 points by Keith Wilkes. Bill Walton only had 10. Harry Bibby's 8 points. And now we got the 8 seed 65 Michigan with Cassie Russell, who was named MVP, even though Michigan didn't win the title. It's the 25 seed 81 Oregon State, who were riding high, the longest winning streak in the nation, until they fell flat to Kansas State on one of the most memorable days in the college basketball calendar, March 9th, 1981, when not only Oregon State fell to Kansas State in an upset, DePaul lost to St. Joseph's in a massive upset, and also Arkansas beat Louisville in the last second heat. Oregon State won 79-78. On a last second shot by Connor. And then Bunton tried and he missed. So Michigan was up by 12 and they fell. 79-78. 20 points from Trny, and Cassie only got 18 in 39 minutes. 10 Myers off the bench. Oregon State, 18 from Radford, 17 from Connor. Sidden only had 10. Oregon State trying their best. Next up, we have the 32 seed 54 Holy Cross team after Bob Cousy's time with Tom Hoyzite with that one, and the 76 Indiana squad who was undefeated. We auto play. And the final, and Indiana, Kachi, 83-74. 30 from Palazzi. Hindsight only 13 points. 5 fouls by Liebler. Privilege. 14 from Perry. 33 from Kent Benson. For those guys, 11 from Scott May, 12 from Quinn Buckner. Benson, 33 points. Next up is 86 Syracuse, the 15 seed against 63 Loyola, the 18 seed. Syracuse, the 86 team, that's the year before their title. That's Loyola, this was when he won the title. And in the end, it was Syracuse. Nope, it was Loyola, 98-92. 19 from Addison, 16 from Cycling, 14 from PJ Washington. Cycling had the 5 fouls. 10 points from Sherman Douglas, grade 1 low with 5. Lexus, baby. 20 from Miller, 3 fouls. Egan had 5 fouls, 13 points. 17 off the bench from Smith. Rosen Harkness, looking good. Loyola, looking pretty good. 98-92. And then you have 61 St. Bonaventure, the 13th seed against 84 Houston. Yes, St. Bonnie with the upset. But yeah, 84 Houston, the team that lost the national title game to Georgetown. And ruined Hakeem Olajuwon's senior year. And guess what? The senior year is ruined. The St. Bonaventure is now in the Sweet 16. They take down Houston. 23 from Stiff, 20 from Martin. 22 from Audra Franklin, 18 from Michael Young. Where's little 10? Elijah won 7 points, 13 rebounds. Geddes, 31 minutes. I told you. So St. Bonaventure won. The 16th seed 87 Gators against the 17th seed North Carolina Tar Heels from 1982, the team that won the national title thanks to MJ's jumper with 17 seconds left. And let's not forget Georgetown screwing it up as Fred Brown tried to throw a pass to Sleepy Floyd but found the wrong guy. And they found the right guy as Shintis only had 4 points in 29 minutes. 13 from Capers, 12 from Vernon Maxwell, future Houston ahead. Worthy and Perkins with 18, MJ with 17, Doherty and Black with 10. So They had a pretty good front five. Braddock played 11 minutes off the bench. Peterson, Exum, and Brownlee and Mackinnon were not needed. But yeah, 18 from Worthy, 18 from Perkins. I saw you. I see you. Yeah, Worthy and Perkins and MJ. And then we got 1990 Arkansas, the only Arkansas team that made it, the 22 seed. 1990, they actually faced UNLV in a classic clash 1 versus 2 game, but LV won. And then the 82 Missouri Tigers. Arkansas does it again. They take down the 82 Missouri team. Stefanovic with 12, Sunfold with 4. But Stefanovic fouled out after 25 minutes. Kevin Jones. 16 from Howell, 14 from Hure in 19 minutes. I heard. 5 fouls by Hawkins in 7 minutes. Wow. Yeah, the starters didn't really score as much, but, it was all hog ball, I think. 27 rebounds. Yeah, so, yeah, Arkansas with the gigantic win when they needed it. 96 Kentucky, the 5 seed, taking on the 37 seed, 85 St. John's team. Kentucky, the national champs. St. John's went to the Final Four in 1985. People remember Georgetown Villanova? Well, there was a third Big East team, and their name was St. John's with Chris Mullin in town. And in the end, it was St. John's losing 75-64. 17 from Delk, 13 from Anton Walker, Pope with 11, Shepard 4. McCarty, Derek Anderson, Epps also in the NBA. 85 St. John's, 15 from Glass. Chris Mullin had 5 points. Well, in 15 minutes. Well, 5 fouls will hurt you. Moses got 5 fouls, so fouls will hurt you. Glass with 15, Barry with 8, Canadian Bill Wellington with only 3 points in 17 minutes. It's like, what the fuck? There's Mark Jackson on the team, 11 points. Rowan and Jones. Rowan Jones. Kentucky Catchy. And then you got yourself next the 30 seed 86 Bama squad against the number 3 seed 93 North Carolina. The 93 North Carolina squad finally getting a national title back to Chapel Hill for the first time in 11 years. And, they had some good players, including Donald Williams, who was named MVP. And the MVP spot wins Bama 29 from Johnson, McKee, Derek McKee, Future Sonic, and Pacer with 16 in 34 minutes. 25 from Montrose, Future Toronto Raptor, among others. 21 from George Lynch, Future Sixer. 10 by Brian Reese. Roto and Phelps, the backfield. Donald Williams, 11 points in 18 minutes off the bench. Pat Sullivan played 12 minutes. Wenstrom, 30 seconds. Scott Cherry, minute 58. Gaff, 7:36. That's pretty impressive. All right, so the 41 seed 87 LV running Rebels, who got to the Final Four in 87. Everyone remembers Indiana and Syracuse, but they forgot about Providence and UNLV in that tournament. And 94 Indiana, with Bobby Knight trying to do what Bobby Knight does. And Bobby Knight does what he shouldn't have done. He loses to UNLV 92-81. As 26 from Gilliam, 17 from Banks, Patio with 15, and no foul outs. 12 off the bench for Graham. West Suburban. The 94 Hoosiers, 24 from Damon Bailey, 15 from Alan Henderson. Patrick Knight, 12 minutes and 2 points. He wins. Hi, Mike. The 36 seed 60 Ohio State Buckeyes that won the national championship with a young Bobby Knight and John Havlicek against the 82 Idaho squad that basically is a massive Cinderella. I mean, you don't think of Idaho as a college basketball power. And you don't think of them of beating Ohio State, but they did. So Idaho, like St. Bonaventure, are in the Sweet 16. It was like, how the heck do you see that? Well, Roberts with 14, Havlicek did not score a point. 4 fouls in 27 minutes. He just couldn't score. 82 Idaho, 20 from Hobson, 19 from Owens. Yeah, Bobby Knight, 2 points in 12 minutes. I was like, Furry. Why did name Furry? Can you believe that Idaho's in the round of 16? I don't. Next up is 83 Missouri, number 58 against the 39th seed, 81 DePaul Blue Demons. DePaul was supposed to win the championship, give Gene Meyer a championship. but it didn't. They lost to St. Joseph's on an uncontested shot. And no uncontested shots here as Missouri pulls off the win over DePaul 78-64. 23 from Stefanovic, 15 from Sunfield. This time Missouri gets the win. DePaul 19 from Aguirre, 16 from Grubbs. Cummings with 4 points. Skip delivered 9 points. I was like, what the hell happened? Right off of 8. Yeah, and 6 from Walker. So yeah, the bench didn't really do much for Missouri, but they did need to. And one more time. 84 North Carolina, the team with MJ as a junior, but then he left for the NBA, and the 83 Hoosiers. And in the end, it took overtime. It took overtime, but Indiana won 110-108. North Carolina had to come back. 32 from MJ, 27 from Perkins. Doherty with 10, Doherty with 11, and Sam Hale with 12. 4 fouls for Pops in 18 minutes. Exum played 8 minutes. Mackinnon played 350. So yeah, 32 from MJ, 27 from Perkins. 35 from Randy Whitman. 23 from Kitchell, 20 from Jay Thomas. Blab with 12. Ooh, Blab. What a name. That Kitchen Cameron. So you got our Sweet 16 coming up. How many top 10? How many top 16 seeds are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. It's down to 7. It's down to 7 top 16 seeds. So yeah. So here are your matchups. You got 82 North Carolina versus 76 Indiana. Wow, you got 2 NCAA national champions meet each other. You got 81 Oregon State against 87 UNLV. Oregon State's a team that should have done well in 81 if it wasn't for their loss to Kansas State, and then UNLV coming to the Final Four. Excuse me. 61 St. Bonaventure and 82 Idaho have to bump into each other. Well, that's just great. 2 unknown schools, and they got to bump into each other. We're going to see one of those in the quarterfinals. Wow. 96 Kentucky against 70 Jacksonville. You know, the national champion, 96 Kentucky. Jacksonville runners up to UCLA. Speaking of UCLA, there's Bill Walton and 72 team that's 6-3 Loyola national champions. A3 Missouri against 54 Kentucky. You know, a national champion Kentucky against Missouri. 85 Oklahoma against 93 North Carolina. Well, Oklahoma, why is he there? And you got North Carolina. And you got 83 Indiana versus 90 Arkansas. 2 teams that kind of don't really deserve to be there, but are there. So, yeah. We'll get to the quarterfinals, and I think that's when we get to the best of 3. Stats wise, yeah. Points wise, Jacksonville's got the most points. Leaders, Artis Gilmore with 76 points. Waving Tisdale 66. Mark Aguirre 57. Points per game, Gilmore, Tisdale, Aguirre. Well, yeah. Rebounds, Gilmore leads with 36. Kavanagh 30. Hines 29. Assists, Geddes and Wade with 24 each. Corner with 22. Steals, Phelps and Wade King with 8. Blocks, Hakeem with 18. Running secondly, Bill Walton. Randy Whitman for the 83 Indiana has played the most minutes, 83 minutes. Points per game, rebounds, assists, steals per game, Phelps, Elijah on blocks, minutes per game. Field goal percentage, Tisdale 87%, Kennedy 82%, free throw percentage, a lot of the 3-point percentage, Gibson of Cincy, but they're out. Right? Yeah, they lost. That's it. Highlights. Both points, Waving Tisdale 46 against 81 Tennessee. Yeah, Bill Bradley scored 33 points, which is tied for 6th, but that's in a loss. Steals in the game, Derek Phelps with 6. Most steals without one Seeger with 5 for Oklahoma, but they lost. 80. Most points by a team won 19. 84 North Carolina when they lost to 83 Indiana, 180 points. That's the third most, but Indiana was the second most. 70 Jacksonville when they beat 83 North Carolina, scored 119. Most rebounds in a game. Jerry Lucas with 24 in a win. Artis Gilmore 22. Hines only 19 when they lost to Indiana. Most blocks. Elijah with 10 against 57 Kansas in a win. And he had 8 against St. Bonaventure, but they still lost. Fewest points, 48 by Oklahoma State. Yeah, no team has scored 64 or fewer and still won. Most assists, Geddes with 13 when they won, and Wade with 13. Geddes had 11 assists for Houston when they faced St. Bonaventure and lost. All right, so that's what happens. And that is the Sweet 16. We'll see you later. Anyway, I dropped Diamond to do.